Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the James Madison Dukes, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. run. They'll give it on the inside. Finds a little space. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Direct snap. Creates a little room. Nothing but green grass down the middle. At the 20. Touchdown Ducks! He got loose and it was lights out after that.
This quarterback is so unique and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
Set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he knows how to finish in style. A 66-yarder to the house. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Give to the running back. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Grab near the sticks, it's in goal. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
The Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. from the gun, the ground game. Looking for room at the 40. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Dukes are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Perry. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
The Dukes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's got him in the flat. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. Gets it out quickly. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Wants to keep it in the air. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is no good. No good, and they're still down one. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move the tight end. Snap in the shotgun. Catch in the middle. It's Key. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So backing up with that penalty, and they can feel their own goalpost looming over their shoulder. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There he goes! He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. They'll give it to him again. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He might want another play. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Power football with the run. Got the first down and more. And the defense jumps on it, and they get the turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Applewhite. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. the first through the air. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, David.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead, put a drive together here and build on that lead.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And now on second down for this offense. Might be changing the route. Going to swing it on second down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. To throw, it's Applewhite. Makes the catch, it's Thomas. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
Like QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
From the gun, give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Caught over the middle. It's Perry. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Dukes looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. With the catch, it's key. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the 1st.
Running back searching for a hole. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Ducks will try to convert on 4th down. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to adjust the pattern. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Just over 30 seconds to play here in the first half as they take over 1st and 10. To the air, it's Applewhite. The throw, snagged out of the air. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Blasted as he lets it go.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. They'll try to run for it. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Pick off! What a play by this defense! He goes out of bounds. No time remaining on the clock, and that'll do it for the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this 2nd half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the 1st half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break in half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Applewhite. Got it in the middle, it's Perry. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
He wants to throw it again. Finds us back in the middle. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does a linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
The Dukes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Caught close to the marker, it's Thomas. Breaks into the open. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
We always talk about yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. They'll run the screen. Touchdown, James Madison! And that one will give them the lead.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, he'll try to throw. They get it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Oh, better look out. Way up the gut. Past the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
If I'm a DC, I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable. Having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by 4 over Boise State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
throws and fired complete. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Dukes can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the 2nd level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
The Dukes have this offense rolling. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Dukes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to pass. It's Applewhite. Caught near the sticks. It's Thomas. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They had the 1st down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Motion from the back. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That's caught. It's in goal. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hands. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the 1st down.
The Dukes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Scanning the field, it's Applewhite. Got his man quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job on the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job on the D.
So now it's 2nd and long. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. The give to the back. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Touchdown, Dukes! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Hauls it in. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. To the air on second down. Forced out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on third. It's complete on the right side. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They'll give it to the back. Trucks through the defender. Past the first down marker and still running. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Quickly complete. Defense played the wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
The Ducks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's key. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. The corners are walked up tight. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun to give, looking for room. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
And the Dukes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. To the air on 1st down. Might be looking to run. He's going to fire to the left. And it's caught inside the 20. They ain't getting stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Quarterback making checks. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. And man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.